where do you see your best opportunities for growth without this inflation that you've got? Because you've got a double-edged sword. You've got growth around 8%, and you've got inflation above 12%.
Yes, well, that depends exactly on the productivity.
Right.
So our products should be more competitive.
Yep.
And that's what we are looking for. And that's what we are doing. When we have a lot of teaching in technical courses, that's exactly to increase the productivity. But not only that, it's not just a matter of productivity. It's also a matter of us being able to absorb the technical and scientific knowledge. Because only with that we can be sustainable. We cannot have a sustainable development if we are not able to absorb the scientific knowledge. Yeah.
You know, my parents were born in Pretoria, and for their honeymoon they went to Maputo, which was Lorenzo Marx all those years ago. And about 10 or 12 years ago I had a chance to go for the first time. And I had listened to them for 40 years carrying on about this remarkable city that it was. And you know, when I got there about 12 years ago, it didn't seem so remarkable. It seemed like a city that had gone through a very rough time for many, many years. But I didn't get to see the countryside. I didn't get to see a whole lot of Mozambique, so I didn't get the sense of what all of these years of civil war did to the country. What are you still recovering from?
It is destroyed a lot. 1 million people died, at least. Infrastructures in terms of factories, even agricultural, were destroyed. And schools also were destroyed. We had to start again.
You almost were starting a new country.
Yeah, it was practically that. A country that at least what they had is to say, we don't want war anymore. So this is it. We are not going to accept to go into a war. And this is very important for us. Yeah. Today, the country has changed. We have more schools than we had before. We have more hospitals than we had before. We have more roads than we had before. We have more factories than we had before. We have economic growth much more than we used to have.
And that economic growth has been steady almost since you had peace.
Yes.
1994.
Yes, well, we had a drop some 2 years ago because of this economic crisis.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but otherwise, anyway, even that, it went to 6.2, 6.8. So we can say that a lot of good things is happening.